Good morning, guys. So I've just completed my very last of my treatments. Today is Friday, a week prior to the commencement of the racing season. So while doing this, I did basket training before, but I did it with the hens, as well as with the cocks. But the cocks was in the wooden baskets, whereas the hens was in this pannier. So I fed my birds this morning. I made this I don't know, tray or thing. So I fed them like it happens on the conveyor. Fed them first, and then I gave them some water. But then I noticed that there is maybe a concern. I would say to the extent or point where you ask yourself, where does the race for your bird actually starts? And with the observation I did this morning, a bird's race actually starts the moment you place it in the basket. Because the birds, however, they are calm, but they do not want to fight in this pannier. So if you look at that bird there, his eyes was a little shut now in comparison to the other birds. That bird is a little dehydrated. So meaning that bird didn't get to the water here because he doesn't want to move, avoiding getting into fights in the pannier. Because as they're sitting here, everyone is holding their ground. So for that bird to get to the water here, meaning that he needs to pass by the other cocks in the pannier, which is going to, he now have to come out of desperation. He needs to get to the water here. So maybe one way to avoid this for your birds is to rock up early for basketing. It's ironic coming from me because I used to come late at the basketing venue. And the reason is, where I was basketing, I identified a problem where the panniers were stacked right on top of each other. And as you can see, this pannier is completely enclosed around the sides, and it only breeds on top and here at the back. So this backside was faced against a wall, and the panniers on top of each other. You can imagine the body heat created by these birds in the pannier and the problems that you are going to encounter. So that's why I'm saying your bird's race starts the moment you place it in the basket. So as soon as that bird starts getting hot in the pannier, it's going to be a problem. So it's good to put spaces in between the panniers with wooden patterns or something, or you place it with a little gap, zigzag on top of each other, so that the birds can breathe. But this is what I saw, feeding them this morning and watering them. They can only, okay, if this was just a piece of scrap pipe that used to lie there on top of that aviary of mine. So I just cut it like this so that it can hold the water there. As you can see, it's holding the water quite nice. So I just bought two stoppers, one here and one on the other end, and then cut it like this. So I first fed them and then place some water. But like I said, the problem is for the birds on the far end to come here, because all these holes here, even if it was a bit longer, it was just going to provide enough space for an extra bird here and one there on that far end. And so there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 birds that would eat at a time. And as you can see, there's a lot more than 8 birds sorry, in the pannier. So alternatively, if you come late, make sure that your bird is well watered, well fed. and the reserves are built up, so that you don't have too much of a problem when it comes to your bird not getting to the water in time. If you do this type of thing, you will see what the birds encounter on the truck, in the transporter, and the challenges already starts with the basketing. So take care, guys. Guys, here you can see this is my team of birds that I started training, and all those sticks you see there is the amount of trainings they got, up to 50 kilometers. And I might have skipped maybe 1 or 2 trainings that I didn't tick off before my birds hit 80 kilometers, and to date I have 4 training tosses on 80 kilometers. I'm not going to train any further than that. And at that blue dots next to the birds is the training that I did yesterday, and you will notice that there's only 2 birds that don't have the blue dots, so meaning that that is the only 2 birds that I dropped since I started training. And there you can see the amount of trainings that I did. So all those ticks you see there is the ticks up to 50 kilometers, not further. And then I missed maybe 1 or 2, and then I hit 80 kilometers 4 times to date. So baby steps, very important. And the 2 birds that I dropped there, or that went missing on the training tosses, is on that same day I noticed that I have injuries. So I also made a video with the injuries, or injury time video, and there you will notice that I emphasize that the birds that is missing is, I believe, due to maybe they flew into a wire. Otherwise I wouldn't have lost any birds. But on my previous 80 kilometers I lost 1 old bird, so that might be a walk maybe, because that was 185 that got missing on that training toss. But the birds stick very well, and now we're just 1 week away from the racing. Right guys, there you have it. That was my training.